What's up, everybody? My name is Kirk Franklin. You're watching Frequency Inspirational TV.
You're watching Frequency Inspirational TV.
Even the title of Hello Fear is really like a long time coming for me. Because as a kid, I always lived with a cloud of fear. Something amazing happens when a child doesn't have his biological mother, father there to nurture them and speak into their life. And when I was 4, I was adopted by a 64-year-old lady who never had any kids, who had a 4th grade education. And so my real mother from time to time would stop by, but she was more like a distant aunt, or kind of like a big sister. And I remember now always feeling like when she left, the thought was, why am I not good enough to go with her? As a kid, I didn't understand how to say that or really what that was, but I just remember all my life having a cloud of fear and uncertainty. Even though things are great, there's a sense that the ground is going to fall out from under you. It was just the body of work that started to just kind of grow inside of me, that it's like, this is the time for this message to be talked about. And then based on the music that God was putting in my gut, that this is what it needed to be. When you're writing a song or you're working on a body of work, you are always privately trying to make sure that what you like, everyone else will like. I'm just very grateful that the topic that I was talking about and the subject matter and how I wanted to display it seemed to resonate with people. Writing Everyone Hurts was my attempt to be as low as I could with this message that's still gospel. Christian music is by nature very, very vertical. Me and God, I love you, I worship you, I praise you. And a lot of times, gospel music hasn't always lended itself to social commentary. And I love the fact that I believe that the genre can be very horizontal and that it can speak to ills that people are facing. And so that's what Everyone Hurts was for me. I want to communicate at this level. If they don't lift their hands, it's okay on this one, because this is subject matter that I want to be very transparent about. A God like you. Whenever you hear the term God in the culture, it's like, you know, it's like everybody's minds go, because we know what that does. But when you put a little bounce on it and you kind of talk about it in a way that's very friendly, that's very personal, hopefully people will listen. I have no idea where I'm going, but I'm very comfortable on the journey. This is the most comfortable that I think I've been ever in my life, you know. I'm just really finding this place of who I am publicly is only going to be defined by how strong I am privately. So it's my private life that I'm really finding a great peace in. You know, who I am as a husband, who I am as a father. Those things are very passionate for me. Still got my struggles, I still got my issues with the craft. Am I good enough? Is it good enough? And I know that it may not go away, but I'm learning better how to handle it. The first thing that I always try to tell my audience is that I am the messenger, I'm not the message. And I think that a lot of times what we failed at with people is that the messenger got bigger than the message. When the get rich quick messages that we say to tickle people's ears, when those things don't happen, when all of these sharks and all these wolves that you see on late night TV are telling people send your money in and, you know, we'll send you some oil and some water and all this other garbage. We're not teaching people how to have their roots go deep. I think that one of the greatest things that mirror where people are in their faith is always relationships. Because it should. And when you see how disposable people are, even in marriage or even in relationships. So people get very numb to what they see, whether from the pulpit or just in popular culture. I'm still going to try to be the Pied Piper. I'm still going to try to be that small little voice that says, I still believe. One of the greatest lessons that I've learned in my life that has made me a stronger human being is that music is not who I am, music is what I do. That my identity is not in my performance. Most people in the culture, if you asked them who was Michael Jordan, they would say he was a basketball player. Well, no, that's what he did. That's not who he was. Or if you ask somebody, you know, who's Mariah Carey, they say she's a singer. That's not who she is, that's what she does. And so if people are always defined by what they do, then they never get to know who they are. And so for many years, I didn't know who I was. And so when you don't know who you are, you're always trying to live up to your performance. If we teach people that your value is never in your performance, your value is why you were created. It has to do with you understanding that you are God's greatest gift to this earth, and that you were put here to be a light, and that you don't have to try to do that. Just receive that love and receive that light, and wherever you are, you're going to glow. Wherever you are, you're going to grow. I am a fully loved, fully accepted child of God. That's who I am. If you don't know my name, I'm still great in his eyes. If my life is built on my performance and my achievements, I'm going to be the hamster on the wheel. So what matters, what if your job celebrates you, if people celebrate you, but if the one that created you can't clap at your life, then what does everything else matter? And so I want to live a life that if no one else applauds me, if God is looking down and saying, well done, son, that's the only applause that matters. Marvin Gaye, Donny Hathaway, Stevie Wonder, and Otis Redding. I'm like really goofy and just like really dumb. I love having fun. I'm really like mad crazy. The lady that adopted me, she didn't live to hear a song recorded. So she never had a chance to hear any album ever recorded. So I would sit and do music for Gertrude, because she's the one that paid for my piano lessons. She recycled old beer cans and newspapers to pay for my piano lessons, and never heard one song recorded, so I would do a whole concert for Gertrude. Heaven is a place that I will live in eternal relationship with the one that saw something in me that was even bigger than I could see in myself. And a place that I'm probably going to wear his ear out because I've got a billion questions. The one thing that I cannot live without is my classical music. Live. What's up, everybody? My name is Kirk Franklin. You're watching Frequency Inspirational TV.